Welcome back, people. I'm so happy to be back with you all. And guys, this is going to be a different video. Okay. This is going to be a different video. And I wrote this pretty much this entire video one night whenever I was feeling very passionate about Mr. Kennedy and just essentially the future. And this is long. I have a lot of thoughts here. And more importantly, do I do I feel excited to share these thoughts with you all? Because I know that a lot of people come in here and they're excited to see what's happening new in the Kennedy world and they like the updates and everything like that. And today's video might be just probably one of the more important videos that I've ever done because I think this is I think Kennedy's missing something, and I think it's significant, and it is so crucial if he wants to get in that White House. And I know a lot of people from the left and the right, they kind of think it's over. They think this is just another third party campaign that's never going to get anywhere, right? And I kind of have a different perspective here. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's get it. This video is for Mr. Kennedy. All right, let's jump in. So, a couple of days ago, I had this idea, I had this thought, and it was Trump's campaign is cooking without any oil. Okay. Harris's campaign is cooking without any ingredients. And RFK's campaign is cooking with oil, with ingredients, but without mouths to feed. Now, let me get into what I mean by this. When I say Trump's campaign is cooking without any oil, I mean that so much of what Trump's campaign is looking like these days is one, he's cutting down the amount of actual in person physical rallies that he's doing. And a lot of his tweets or truths these days are just they're so divisive, right? And I just don't think they push his message forward, and they just create way more chaos than they do unity, right? Like, look at this one tweet, right? And I'm not saying that Trump is wrong here. I'm just wanting us to take a deep dive into kind of what he's saying and just what I'm seeing here. This says, has anyone noticed that Kamala cheated, all caps, at the airport? There was nobody at that plane, and she AI'd it and showed a massive crowd. Now, again, there's so many videos of this event being a real event, the event that he's talking about. There's some conspiracy people out there who are trying to make it seem like this actually didn't happen. And, you have your opinion, that's fine. But I just don't know if this is what we should be seeing from Trump these days, right? It's August 12th. It's almost going to be 1 month since that date, since July 13th. And the fact that so many people talked about, yeah, we got to lower the temperature, we got to turn down the rhetoric, we got to learn how to talk to each other again from both sides, and to see that just like not happen at all. Look at this. He's just calling her a cheater, saying they cheated, election interference. Anyone who does that will cheat at anything, right? And to me, this just doesn't seem like he's having a very productive conversation. Okay, that's what I'm kind of seeing from Trump. What I'm seeing from Kamala, and what I mean by Harris's campaign is cooking without any ingredients, is that she's just for the most part kind of repeating the same things that Biden has repeated, and now she's throwing in something else. She's just straight up taking an idea that was Trump's and spinning it off as her own. And again, we love the marketplace of ideas here. I think that's good, right? But in this context, because in the context of the marketplace of ideas, we're talking about that with RFK Jr. and how it was good that Trump took his idea because that actually pushes the good forward, and I think that's great, right? But for RFK Jr., RFK Jr. does not have he doesn't have a small capacity for ideas. He actually has a giant capacity for ideas. So RFK Jr. is not short of ideas. So whenever I see Kamala stealing Trump's ideas, I see Kamala display a lack of creativity, a lack of vision. Okay. And I think this meme perfectly says that, right? Kamala straight up looking at Trump's notes and copy pasting it. Okay. So when I say that Kamala Harris's campaign is cooking without any ingredients, I mean that. Okay. You could agree with me or disagree with me. That's totally fine. Now, here, I'm saying RFK's campaign is cooking with oil, with ingredients, but without mouths to feed. Okay. RFK Jr. has a substance. Okay. He knows what he's talking about. He is the guy to do the things that he is talking about. You could trust him when he says things because I believe he communicates with such sincerity. And I don't know. I like the guy. I trust the guy. So many people agree with his positions, with his policies, and they believe that he is the man to do it. But there is a problem here. Without mouths to feed, what's the point of a kitchen if there's no one there to serve? Okay? And with that's what I'm seeing with Kennedy these days. And it is so unfortunate. It really is. And I don't like these articles from NBC, right? This is titled RFK Jr.'s Incredible Disappearing Campaign. Okay, right. Now, again, we don't like looking at mainstream media and taking it for truth. No. But the fact is a lot of people who are watching, who are seeing these, they're being more reflective in the polls these days, and RFK's polling positions just aren't as great as they used to be, right? And even the less official polls, like this one right here, political polls, this was taken yesterday. Okay. This had over 800,000 views. This had over 200,000 respondents, right? This is great. Oh, it looks like there's still 25 minutes left. Um, yeah, this was great. But look at Kennedy, right? Kennedy, the Independent, he got 4%. Right now, Trump staggering 73%, Kamala 20, right? RFK at 4. Now, what does this tell us? Well, for one, if we accepted the last political polls poll as truth, right, and we saw that Kennedy was at 35, then if we're going to accept that as truth, then I think we need to accept other things as truth too, right? So to me, what I'm seeing is that the support for RFK Jr. is settling and it's slowly decreasing. That's what I'm seeing. Okay? You could agree with me, you could disagree with me. You have your own opinion and you have the comment section available to you. Okay? What I'm suggesting is that there needs to be a change. Okay? Now, going back to what I wrote, right? Trump is posting on Truth Social like a crazy person. Kamala's copy pasting ideas from Trump campaign, and RFK is awesome, but he's quiet, and it's so unfortunate. And I know the guy's busy, right? He spent all last week in court, right? Also, this isn't about that, but it looks like the New York judge from the case last week of ballot access, looks like that judge said that RFK won't be appearing on the ballot in New York because apparently his address was like considered fraudulent, right? And he was just misusing it to gain ballot access. I know he's going to appeal it, right? We know that, but just a quick update for everyone who's watching. And I do believe this. RFK is awesome, but I do think he's quiet. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that I believe RFK Jr. has a discoverability issue right now. And honestly, Trump's campaign, Kamala's campaign, they're both going absolutely ham and making sure that they are everywhere in front of everyone. And RFK Jr. is probably doing the polar opposite of that. I feel like he is taking a much more quiet position, and I think he just needs to be louder. All right? Louder. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I believe RFK needs to take a ton of money and hire a Gen Z political strategist that knows trends first. Okay, this is important. That knows trends first and politics second. Okay, and jumpstart an entirely new strategy. And you know what? I don't even think I will adjust this in real time because I actually don't think political strategist is what I think he needs. I think he probably needs more so a creative generalist. Okay, a creative generalist that knows trends first and politics second. So why is this important? Well, let's go ahead and look at Kamala HQ. Okay, Kamala HQ on TikTok. This is her page, right? And so much of these videos are just popping on and off. Now, I want you to look at the quality of these videos and I want you to see kind of what they communicate. I'll play this video right here because this one I believe doesn't have any it doesn't have a like a song on it, but let's see.
No.
Okay. So, what do you see when you see that video? Okay. You probably see what about it? There's there's no policies, there's no action. She's not talking in this video. She's not really communicating anything. But what we see actually is that she is showing up in front of people and she is just campaigning. All right. She is doing this. All right. That's what this video, I believe, communicates. And let's go ahead and compare this to, let's see, let's compare this to Kennedy's TikTok, right? Kennedy has less followers, right? But I do think he's been very consistent here. And I want us to play his last video. Okay, this is the last video that I believe he shared just like moments ago.
We're going into an election with, I think, two very, very weak choices and one seriously excellent choice.
Okay, all right. So already, I think you could feel a significant difference in how these videos are performing, right? Only because
Us.
only because on Kamala's platform, they just feel more vibrant, they feel more alive, and on Kennedy's, they just feel so dull, right? At least to that video. Now let's play another video, right? Let's play this one here.
Our politics today is so polarized that each side thinks the other doesn't just have a worse candidate, but they think the other is an existential threat to democracy and to the republic. But actually, the real threat, the real existential threat, is our division. Abraham Lincoln said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Remember, we're a wealthy nation with rich traditions, with strong institutions, with abundant resources. Technology has advanced by leaps and bounds since the 1960s. Productivity has risen manyfold. We should be more prosperous than ever, shouldn't we? We should be more secure than ever. We should be healthier than ever. And we could be if we didn't spend 99% of our political energy fighting each other while the robber barons steal all of America's wealth.
All right. That was a great video. Okay? That was a great video. That was a phenomenal video. Okay? This was posted 20 hours ago. And let's see, does it have 13,000 views? Let me refresh this page real quick.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm running as an independent.
Alrighty. That video has 14,000 views. And now I think you kind of see the problem that we're having here. All right. these types of videos just aren't resonating with people in the same way that they used to be. Right? Like, look at this 13 million view video that's pinned here. Or I believe this is his State of the Union address, right? And that was phenomenal. It was great. But I do believe we're in a different season of the election right now. And these videos, they're just not hitting it the same way that they were hitting before. And that's a problem. So, what I think people need to do here, or at least the Kennedy campaign needs to do here, is I think they need a pivot. Okay. I think they need to take one out of the Kamala Harris playbook, and they need to pivot. Right? Right now their entire thing is definitely politics first, and I think that was a great strategy for a season, but now we're what? We're almost 80 days away from the election, and it's just not working. Okay, it's not working. I think right now we go trends first, politics second, and then we end up hitting way more people through discoverability, and then from that discoverability, you'll actually feed people into the library of content that exists already with the policies, with the action plans, with all this other high production videos. So another thing I wanted to mention too is some people think this is over, right? Some people think it's too late. And I say absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like everyone who's watching this right now knows that this is an entirely different campaign, or this is an entirely different election than it was 1 month ago. Absolutely. Like the world has changed, really. And if Kamala HQ can gain 3 million TikTok followers in 2 weeks, 1 million X followers in that same time, there's almost no reason why the Kennedy campaign can't do the same, right? So there's no reason why the Kennedy campaign can't experience that type of explosive growth that we have seen with Kamala HQ. Now, one, you could call it propaganda. You could say that all you want, but the fact is, when you have a video first approach, when your position is quantity more than quality, you actually end up hitting way more people, at least in this context right now. Now, here's more of a suggestion too. You're busy. Okay, I get it. Some days you're in court, some days you are off doing the things that you need to do, and I think that's fine, right? You're busy, sure. Hire someone to follow you around Hormozy style. Okay? Do you know who Alex Hormozy is? Let me show you an example, right? I think everyone knows this guy. All right, he almost has 1 million followers on TikTok. He kind of made his debut with really high cut high cut videos, a bunch of crazy captions, and everyone knew this guy. But what I want you to see in his videos is he's kind of just everywhere. All right, look at this.
I never did this to get famous. I did this to get richer. Making content has always been a means to an end. And so if you're in business and you're making content for the means to an end, which is like you want to be able to price in more premium, you want to convert at a higher percentage, you want to be able to.
All right, now I want you to take a couple things to note. For one, there's captions on this video, but there's essentially nothing else done with it. All right, there's no overlays, there's no other pieces of media, and I also want you to look at the length. This is a 23-second video. Okay, I think there's a lot you could take from this. All right. I think you should Hormozy style this because say what you want. You could be busy, but you got 30 seconds. All right. You have 30 seconds to say anything you want to the camera, and those 30 seconds could ultimately reach a significant amount of people. If you don't have time to make a crazy, highly edited video, don't even try. Okay. Just try to make a video where you try to say something maybe concise, something short and sweet, and then you just put it out there on the line. I think that is powerful. Let's see what else.
If you have had thousands of people apply who are videographers, like there's definitely somebody in there who's an exceptional videographer. Daniel asked.
All right. Same thing here. All right. There's captions, there's a little bit of an animation here, but essentially there is like nothing else. And again, it's a 46-second clip. And he's also just like, he's not doing anything, he's not really showing a whiteboard or anything, he's just in the middle of doing what he was already doing before, he's talking to people, but he's mic'd up. Okay, he's mic'd up, and now there's a video out of it, right? Where he was once talking to a handful of people, now he's able to talk to thousands of people because someone mic'd him up, recorded it, and posted that video on his TikTok. There is something to take from those types of videos, and that's what I mean by Hormozy style. Hire someone, follow you around, and just record all of these clips, and then I promise you, you will reach way more people than the videos that you are sharing right now. Okay. Not saying you can't do those videos anymore, but I'm saying right now in this election season, I think you need to be playing the quantity game. All right. Now, let me continue. Okay. So, you have a thought? Great. Share it. Right now, you're playing the quality game, and I do think that is the wrong game. Everyone knows you have quality, but look at this. But no one knows it because there's not a lot of quantity. Okay? There we go. Now, here's my proposal, okay, for you. You got your Secret Service. That opened up your campaign budget. Now you don't have to pay for your own personal detail. Okay. Now you have a little bit more to play with. I think that's incredible. What I think you should be doing, really, first and foremost, look at this. Everyone loves these ultra high quality videos. But in today's world, I think this is important. All right. Take notes, please. People don't care about the quality of the production. They care about the quality of conversation, okay? And right now, your guys' campaign, you guys have so much production quality, and that is awesome. It really is. But if the choice right now is between production quality or conversation quality, I think you guys are playing the wrong game. You guys need to be having the quality conversation first and foremost. And if if the production quality is what makes it so you can only post like one or two times a day, then you need to dramatically decrease the production quality so you can actually post way more. Okay? This makes sense. Another idea is I think you guys just need another content manager. Okay. You guys' content manager, I believe his name is Austin, right? He's awesome. All right. The videos are incredible. I've seen some of his own personal videos. They're great. All right. But I believe there's a production trap here. All right. I believe you guys have fallen victim to production and high quality. And if you were just to lower it a bit, lower your standards a bit, then you could get way more out in a shorter period of time. And then you could just do this over the next 80 plus days. Okay. Until people cast their votes. Because right now, again, you look at Kamala's website, right? A lot of these are like low hanging fruit here. Okay, these are not the most like well videos. A lot of these are just pictures, right? Look at this picture here with the sound, picture, and look at these. A lot of these aren't even cropped. Like
One of the best parts of this
this
job is
isn't
going to be
cropped. This is straight out of CapCut. Okay, 100%.
I can't wait till the debate. So
All right, it's not even cropped. It's just a regular tiny screen recording with some CapCut captions and a regular like TikTok header and with one word in the caption, and that word is weirdos. All right. There's some, and let's look at how many views it's got. This has over 100,000 likes, and it has over 1 million views. How long is this
one of the
video?
best parts.
This is a 30-second. This is a 30-second video. All right. Now, I think right now you guys have so much respect for your audience. You really do. You know, people are, you're about that substance life. You're not about that. You're not feeding into the whole TikTok short attention span area. And I think that's awesome. But it's also creating a demise because this is where people are. okay? And if you wanna win, you have to be where people are. You have to meet people where they are, okay? And I believe where the people are right now is shorter videos, higher quantity of videos, and just lower production, okay? They're simplified, right? These aren't simplistic videos, but they are simple videos, okay? There's something to that. Now, moving on. I wrote a lot here. All right, I'm sorry if this is a long video, but I'm just trying to drive this point home because this is important, really. It's mainstream media doesn't want to show you. That's fine. Because guess what? TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube are completely at your disposal. Okay? Post. No more being sad that you're not on NBC, all right, or CNN. Okay? Like, you are your own CNN, you are your own Fox. Okay? You are the RFK Jr. network. Okay? And right now, you have millions of followers, you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you have an incredible reach to push a message. Okay? If you were to just publish more, I promise you, the needle is going to change. Really. Check this out. Kamala HQ posting 20 times a day. Okay? And so much of it isn't the best, but guess what? It's working. Okay? And this is important. Look at this. I'm seeing people fall in love with Kamala, and it's not, right? Take this, write this down. This is so important. I'm seeing people fall in love with Kamala, and it's not because she's better than you. It's really not. It's because she is showing up. And I've heard you before. You're saying, okay, well, we're not doing rallies because it's so expensive. The last one was over $200,000. All right, we don't have the funds. That's fine, really. But you know how you show up in a different way? You show up here. All right, maybe you go live more. All right, maybe you go on X and you have some more spaces. Maybe you post more. Maybe you're sharing more on your phone. Right, just you, just very candidly. All right, just creator, viewer, just no middleman, no production team, just you speaking. Okay, I believe this, and I believe part of the reason why Kamala is getting ahead here in these polls and in people is it's because she is showing up. Okay. Oh man, I wrote this and I was so happy, really, because like I don't think I could better express this in one sentence. It's why should Mama Kamala get all the business when Papa Kennedy has the better sauce? All right. This is inspired from a line in the movie The Internship. Okay. And I just love this so much. Why should Mama Kamala get all the business when Papa Kennedy has the better sauce? Kennedy, you have the better sauce, but guess what? Kamala's getting all the business because she is showing up, because she is everywhere. She's marketing herself better. She's just in front of more people. And again, we're less than 90 days from the election. You want to win? You want to win? You got to show up. If you don't want to win, exit out this video right now. All right, really. You don't want to win, don't listen to me, right? That's fine. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I'm not a genius or an expert here. I'm just a guy who spends way too much online, and I'm just seeing what's happening in these campaigns, and I like you. Okay? That's it. Now, I understand. Kamala had hundreds of millions of dollars handed to her. You can't compete with her deep pockets. But guess what? Guess what, Kennedy? Guess what? In the arena of ideas, you win by a long shot. Okay, this is the different strategy. This is what we're talking about. Okay? You can't compete with millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. No. But you have better ideas. And you can compete in the arena of ideas. How do you do that? How do you compete in the arena of ideas? This is the arena. All right? This right here. Whoops, I totally messed up. But this is the arena. All right? And again, let's move forward. All right? Oh, this is another thing. You do this, I really think you're going to see a different campaign in 30 days. I really do. Okay? You commit to spending $20,000 a month for a creator that can drop everything and be with you almost 24/7, who is a creative generalist who can film, edit, upload content around the clock, you will see things change. Okay? 100%. Because why? I believe right now people are content deprived. All right? I don't think this campaign is over. Do you think this campaign is over? No, but at the end of the day, Kamala has endless pieces of content that's going out. So does President Trump, right? You you don't have as much, all right? And again, you're going against an uphill battle, all right? And it's not fair and it sucks, okay? But I think right now in this election, if you're running as an independent, you have access to millions of people who follow you. You cannot leave people content deprived in this race. You leave people content deprived, they're going to go somewhere else. All right, why? Because people need to be entertained. And if who are they going to vote for? Right? Whenever they get in that box, are they going to vote for the person who they kind of remember is really good, right? Or the person who they just know kept showing up on their For You page? A while ago I said if you want to be electable, you need to be memorable. How do you be memorable these days? You post a lot on TikTok, right? You post a lot on X, right? This is how you become memorable, okay? I'm telling you, I really think I'm right here. I could be wrong, but I really think I'm right. Oh, this is something else too. This is a tweet that I wrote a while ago. Let me see if I could bring it up. Here it is. Okay. Barack Obama, follow me on X, by the way, B2 dubs. All right, Barack Obama used Facebook to win the election of 2008. Thomas Jefferson used newspapers to win the election of 1800. JFK, your uncle, used television to win the election of 1960. This is my prediction. Our next president will be the person who effectively leverages TikTok and X. Okay? Now, right now, I believe this person is Kamala. If you want it to be you, I believe you need to make these changes. I really do. Again, I'm not a campaign strategist. I'm just a guy who's sick and tired of both sides of this political nightmare that created a haunting division amongst normal people who just want to live a normal life. And you talk about this all the time. Heal the divide. I think you're the guy who could heal the divide. I think you're the guy, get people talking again. I think you're the guy with the right ideas that have this country's best interest at heart. I think that is you. I really do. I want to see you in that house, maybe more than you want to see yourself there. Okay? Now, finally, this is the last slide. This is from someone who's been monitoring this campaign and other people's campaigns, and I'm just telling you what I'm seeing as a fan who believes in you. Nothing more. Anyways, that's all. I really hope this made sense. This was an incredibly long video. I just had a lot of these thoughts in the middle of one of these past nights, and I just couldn't shake it. I'm seeing you've continued to decrease in these polls, and it's sad and it's really frustrating. And I just really know you have an incredible capacity to do great things for people, for this country. And I don't know. I just know that what's happening with the Trump campaign, what's happening with the Harris campaign, they're both playing two sides of this coin, and you're just playing a different game, and people just aren't seeing it, and it's frustrating. I want people to start seeing the game that you're playing because I believe you can win this game. But I don't know if you can win it if you continue doing the things that you're doing right now. Because over the last couple weeks, Kamala has completely taken over this political landscape. All right. People on the left, they love her. They might not know why, but they do. All right. And while people could kind of get tiresome of Trump, a lot of them are still voting for them. Why? I think it's probably because they're showing up. I really do. And I just want you to show up. Maybe that should be my last point here. All right, maybe that should be my final ask. Let's see. Please show up. Maybe that's it. Show up. You're already showing up on all these ballots, but that won't help unless you show up where people are. Okay? And again, more people are on YouTube every day than more people are on CNN and Fox News every day. All right? People are spending way more time on TikTok than they're spending on CNN, MSNBC. Okay? You want to win? You show up. Anyways, what do you think about this? I have a feeling people might not agree with me here. Okay? I feel like I'm making some good points, but I welcome any critique, any feedback, any criticisms that you have about this. If you want Kennedy to keep doing the same exact thing, I'm sure there's going to be some people who have some power who are going to be in the comment section, right? Or at least they'll be watching the comment section. And if you want them to keep doing the same thing, you let them know. Okay? If you think they could change things up, you let them know. All right? Now, again, something like final point. I want to see this number change. All right? I do. And so much of what I talked about in this video, it's with that goal in mind. All right? So he could have the most impact in what needs to be a significantly short period of time. Okay? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to read all of your comments, and I'll see you next time. Hope you guys have a good day. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your time so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to support what we're building here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot and it really helps us out. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.